Well, hello, it's Richard Pearce from Finextra TV, and what an exciting day. I'm delighted today to be joined by the winners of the Sustainable Finance Live Hackathon from the established class. So we've got Rochelle Mountany, who's the CEO of AfriGIS, and Dicky Thomas, who is in charge of operations. So welcome, everybody.
Hi, Richard.
Hi, Richard. Thanks.
Good to see you. What an exciting journey we're going to learn about today. Hopefully, if people didn't know, who you are, what you did, they're going to find out, and really an amazing outcome. So, what's this all about? We ran the hackathon, as people will know, and we focused on a few things. There was a challenge which was enhancing nature through sustainable agriculture and using things like large language models and data and geospatial data and AI, etc. That was a whole challenge statement that we had. And then you went for that, and your solution, the AfriGIS Ecohub, was the winner of the established class. So I'm going to ask you today, who are AfriGIS? Who's Rochelle and Dicky? And let's find out a bit more. So Rochelle, over to you. And I believe, Dicky, you're going to show us a slide of the solution and what that was. So let's put that up on the screen and go over to Rochelle to share what you did and who you are.
Thank you, Richard. No, absolutely. We are so thrilled and happy to have participated. AfriGIS is a South African born and bred company, 26 years in the making. We really see ourselves as a data company with a specialization in geoscience. And what that really entails is data-driven insights around anything to do with a location. And that was really what we were able to showcase, and just how far you can take data-driven insights, even in the agriculture and sustainability space, if you bring in elements that are connected to location. So essentially what we did...
Here, yeah?
Yeah, no, sure. It's essentially what we did. Was to take into account three very distinct points of view, which you see on your screen here: the smallholder, commercial farmer, and the financial institutions. And we thought of smallholders as individuals who are looking for greater market access, opportunities to share resources, and obviously grow. Commercial farmers who are focused on profitability, resource efficiency, as well as climate resilience. And then financial institutions who are really looking for sustainable investments and also accurate ESG reporting. So our solution proposes to connect all of these stakeholders into a single supply chain platform, where we are able to give commercial farmers real-time data-driven insights for things such as water availability, weather, and crop health. Smallholders then get access to greater market reach, while we also provide them with values such as their harvest volumes and market performance. And then finally, financial institutions are able to identify opportunities for regenerative and optimized farming, and they can also obtain data-driven insights into agricultural sustainability while making sure they manage their risk and ensure optimized and accurate ESG reporting.
Amazing. So this was the winning solution, and obviously all encompassing there. And this was something that was new to you guys. I mean, you did it in the 2 weeks of the hackathon. So Dicky, I want to come to you now. Can you elaborate on kind of why you guys entered? What were the roles of the team? And give us a bit more of that experience of why you got engaged and who did what.
Thanks, Richard. Yeah, so basically our core team consisted of about 8 people. First 2 people, Christopher Uckerman and Nicholas Kemp, they're from our data unit. Nicholas is one of our data analysts, and Christopher is our data unit manager. They were responsible for actually gathering all the data sets for us, and ensuring that it actually makes sense to the solution that we provided. We then also had Martini Leroux, which is our business analyst, and then Lisa Langer, which is our UX and UI and design specialist. Between the 2 of them, they actually came up with the business idea, the actual unit testing, and the design at the end of the day, making sure that the solution that we came up with is user-friendly and actually makes sense to our business proposal that we created. Lastly, we also had 3 of our developers on the team, CF Haasbroek, Tondani Pashwana, and Edward Griffiths. They actually assisted us with on the technical side, making sure that the business case was actually feasible and it was technically feasible to actually deliver at the end of the day. And then lastly, I was part of the team as well, taking a project manager role and just putting everything together at the end of the day.
Fantastic. And we asked, as you know, for the competition, for the things you've spoken about there: feasibility, scalability, you know, a sense of the logical architecture, as well as the business model canvas. So we combined, you know, technical and business aspects. And you know, one of the reasons you won was that you were able to show this very clear concept, the personas that you spoke about, as well as the business model canvas, the logical architecture, and the wireframes, etc. So, you know, it was a very comprehensive job. And if you didn't know better, you know, you'd think this thing had, you know, already was in Series A investment or something. It was it was such a impressive job. Rochelle, I mean, you've done this. Tell us why, you know, you felt as a leader you wanted the team to do this, and what will happen as a result of you know, the outcome of this 2-week sprint.
There were multiple reasons, Richard. I'm really very focused on the growth of the company. You know, we've been well established, as I mentioned, but also we've done so much work technically that we are really ready to scale, and also scale not just across Africa, but also you know, Europe, Middle East, where we do have offices and also some existing customers. So we really see the opportunity in the sustainability space to not just bring insights as a almost ESG after the fact reporting, but continuous real-time data-driven insights that can make a real impact into the sustainability and biodiversity space. And that's something that our data sets and our skill set really lends itself to. So that's partly why we wanted to enter, and also an opportunity for the team to kind of stretch their muscle. I don't think they believed me initially when I said, we've got a real shot, guys. Let's, you know, invest the time and efforts and put our best foot forward. And thankfully, I was proven right, and they brought their skills and their insights and just really worked very, very well together. So incredibly proud of the team as well. What we really hope to achieve out of this is, firstly, you know, take advantage of the grants that are made available as a result of the hackathon. So we're already in discussion and having multiple conversations on that. So thank you again. And then secondly, we absolutely intend to develop the solution into a commercial offering, because the market is ready for this kind of solution at the moment, and the need is absolutely there.
Superb. Yeah, very good. And I'm glad you brought the point that we're trying to connect you to, you know, the space industry, the grants that are associated with that, and other accelerators, etc. So it really goes, this conference goes from talking all the way through to action. Dicky, you know, you and the team were in the thick of it using the NEA1 platform, which was the sandpit that we used to access the data and so on and so forth. But, you know, what, in terms of the process, what did it meet your expectations? What did you think of the journey that you went on through the hackathon?
Now, Richard, I think, to be honest, right in the beginning, there was like a sense of anxiety within the team, since this is a whole new, it's not an area that we normally play in. But I think as soon as we actually had a plan and idea and it started taking shape and form, I could actually see the excitement grow within the team. Everyone actually pulled together quite nicely, especially within our organization as well. The developers, or the software development side and the data side, they don't have that many chances to actually work together or this closely. And I think that actually assisted, and to see what both sides of the party can actually do. So I think that pulled the team together, and I'm actually very proud of everyone that assisted. With regards to the NEA1 platform, I think the whole hackathon was organized. It was very professional. There was a lot of data sources and tech sources that you can actually use to make a solution or to produce a solution at the end of the day. I actually enjoyed the presentations as well. I think there's a couple of very good ideas that came out of there, especially the one, I think it was from Dr. Anthony Evans. I think there's a lot of cross-pollination between our solution that we delivered and his idea as well. Specifically because he was focusing on Chile, that gave us also that showcased that it's not just a South African or African problem, but it's an international problem that can be addressed. And I think if we all work together, we can make this work, definitely.
Yeah, I think that's a large part of it, isn't it? Which is to, embrace, an open mindset and try things that are a little bit scary, break down the barriers internally in your own company, but also, as you say, across geography and interdisciplines. His solution was around open banking. And so it's perhaps how finance meets geospatial here, which is what we're all about. So I was impressed with everybody's entries, and as I said on the other winners, the emerging category, if you were a bit nervous, Dicky, those poor folks who had never met each other before and trying to assemble an idea were really nervous, but they loved it, right? So let's hope if anybody's watching this next year, they'll do our hackathon. If not, they'll try other ones, because I think they're a great experience. For me, that's all I wanted to hear. Rochelle, any last thoughts from you before we wrap up for the day?
Just a big thank you to you, Richard, and the organizers. I think it's so key that these opportunities are made available. And in the world that we live in, participating all the way from South Africa, putting our team together, being able to showcase what we do on a global stage for a global audience is just really a privilege. So we appreciate it. And again, congrats to our team. All the kudos to them. They really did extremely well, and we're incredibly proud of them.
Yeah, well, congratulations. You're the winner of Sustainable Finance Live 2024 Hackathon. That's one to put on the mantelpiece. So for now, thanks so much. I really enjoyed working with you.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Richard.